Good morning, beloveds. Welcome to the month of Vitality. And the ironic thing is for the month of Vitality, the first day of the month of Vitality, I didn't go for a run. It's Saturday, and my alarm goes off at 6:30, and I get up and I go to the park for a run. And I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning when the storm rolled through. Then I woke up at 6 and I heard the thunder, and I was like, I kind of snuggled in. I was like, all right, I'm going to wait this out. My alarm goes off at 6:30. I get up, I go check my phone. I don't see the weather, but I look outside and I see the drips off the eaves, and I was like, So I put some shoes on and I walk outside because I'm still hearing the thunder. And I walk outside and I look kind of to the west, and I see it's kind of a dark gray over there. And I hear a roll of thunder, so I'm like, okay, I'm going to turn around, walk back in the house. Then I see the flash of lightning. And I come back in the house, and I tell Tom, I'm going back to bed. I will run in the rain. I will not run in the thunder and the lightning and the rain. And it's raining really hard. Well, not really hard, but it's raining. It's like raining. And there's still thunder. I'm not seeing the lightning so much, but I'm seeing the thunder. And I'm like, okay, you know what? So my 3-mile run may not happen today. Spirit decided I needed a day off, so it brought the storm in early. Actually, it was supposed to rain this morning. All right, so I said August is the month of vitality. All right. And he always starts off with a number of quotes. And the first one is, there is a vitality in our communion with the infinite, which is productive of the highest good. That is Ernest Holmes. The next one's also Ernest Holmes. The vitality of God is self-existent, self-propelling. Okay, the vitality of God is self-existent, self-propelling. As I become conscious of my oneness with good, I am filled with enthusiasm and a sense of energy and vitality. The next one is Alexis Carrel. Only in prayer do we achieve that complete and harmonious assembly of body, mind, and spirit, which gives the frail human reed its unshakable strength. That's a really good one. I like that one. Only in prayer do we achieve that complete, harmonious assembly of body, mind, and spirit, which gives the frail human reed its unshakable strength. Alrighty then. Okay, I like that one enough to read it twice. The next one is from Mother Teresa. To keep the lamp burning, we have to keep putting oil in. Yes. And the last one is a poem from, a short snippet of a poem from Virgil. Know first the heaven, the earth, and the main, the moon's pale orb, the starry train, are nourished by a soul, a bright intelligence whose flame glows in each member of the frame. All right. Okay. Today we have titles but no Bible quotes. Or for this month we have titles but no Bible quotes. So, our title is, I am vitalized by the fullness of life. August 1st. I am vitalized by the fullness of life. You know that life cannot withhold itself from you. All that life is and has is fully given to you to enjoy. The life of God is perfect and eternal. It is the essence of everything that is. Life is God's gift to you. It is always ready to manifest itself through you in its entire fullness. You are a self-choosing mind in a divinity that permits everything. You are always in the midst of life, and a life that lives eternally and lives through you now. Therefore, you need not be disturbed by the passage of time, the movement around you, nor the variations of your experience. There is something within you that remains unmovable, that always speaks directly to you, saying, "Be still and know that I am God." Say, consciously, I draw upon the life that is mine. I know that the fullness of life, which is divine in its origin, eternal in its presence, and forever available, is mine. The life of the eternal Spirit is my life. The infinite riches of its being are mine to enjoy. The vitality, the wisdom, the peace of God are mine. I accept them in fullness, in joy, and in peace. My thought is a gateway to illumination. It is the secret place of the Most High within me. Therefore, I revel in the fullness of this moment of life this moment. I accept life as a glorious experience, a spiritual adventure. So, yep, it looks like this month, it's 3 paragraphs this month. And the last paragraph starts out with "say." So he is giving us a direct treatment at the end of each one of these passages, which I find fascinating. Sometimes they're short, sometimes they're long. This will be an excellent month in Ernest Holmes, and let's hope it translates into the rest of the world. All right. You know that life cannot withhold itself from you. If you don't know that, Ernest is telling you that. Life cannot withhold itself from you. You can withhold yourself from life, but life cannot withhold itself from you. All that life is and is fully given to you to enjoy. The question is whether or not you are willing to take the chance or the chances to enjoy it. The life of God is perfect and eternal. Statement of fact. It is the essence of everything that is. Statement of fact. Everything's made of God's stuff. So, and remember, perfect means whole, not flawless. So, the life of God is perfect, the life of God is whole, and the life of God is eternal. There is no time in God. There is no time in spirit. Spirit is infinite, meaning it is beyond time. It is everywhere, every time. It is the essence of everything it is. The world is made up of God's stuff. Life is God's gift to you. And your life is God's gift, is your gift to God. Or if you prefer, life is Spirit's gift to you, and your life is your gift to Spirit. The way you live your life. It is always ready to manifest itself through you in its entire fullness. It is always ready to manifest itself through you in its entire fullness. Are you ready to have it manifest through you in its entire fullness? Because you get to choose how much of it manifests through you. You are a self-choosing mind in a divinity that permits everything. You are a self-choosing mind within the divinity that permits everything. I mean, I don't have to explain that. You get to choose. All I'm gonna do is emphasize that. You are always in the midst of life, a life that lives eternally and lives through you now. And that statement right there is very comforting. You are always in the midst of life, capital L, a life that lives eternally and lives through you now. What good is Jesus if he is not born in me today? What good is Spirit if Spirit is not born in me today? Therefore, you need not be disturbed by the passage of time, the movement around you, nor the variations of your experience. So time shouldn't bother you. Okay, we're mortal and we have an ego, and our ego is constantly freaking out because the ego is the part that we are not going to take with us. But who we are at the core of our being is who we are going to take with us into the next spiral on the wheel. But our ego is freaked out. So what do we do about our ego? Comfort it and tell it it's doing its job. The ego's job is to keep this body, this form, safe until this body can no longer keep up. And then the ego's job is done and the ego can rest. And the part of you that is divine moves on. The spark of you moves on into the next experience. So don't let time disturb you. And then he says, the movement around you. You need not be disturbed by the movement around you. The world is going to go on with us and without us. Do your work. And do your work in joy. And do your work, the hard work that we are doing now. But don't let it shake you to your foundation. I'm not going to say don't let it disturb you. I think maybe the language has shifted a bit there. Because some of the things going on should disturb us. And we should stand up and do something about them. But in the long run, as long as we've done our work, then what is going on around us, we don't let it shake it to our foundation. It will get fixed. And we will do our part. And then when it's time for us to move on and do something else, we will move on and do something else. That is a super impressive rumble of thunder there. You may not have heard that, but I did. It's shaking the foundation of my house. Nor the variations in your experience. We all have experiences that we would rather not have. I've had many of them. And they are part of what have made me who I am. And when I look back over my life, I wouldn't choose them for anybody else. But I wouldn't be who I was without them. So I look at them from the lens of time and go, okay, I'm not going to allow the variations in my experience to disturb me. I'm going to continue to do my work until it's time for me to go and do other work. There is something within you that remains unmovable, that always speaks directly to you, saying, be still and know that I am God. That place, right there. That place is unmovable. Or here, wherever it locates for you. That place where you meet God, that place where nothing has ever been wrong, that place that we know that when we are ready to let this body go, to go on to do other work, that place is immovable, unmovable. There is nothing we can do to get rid of that space. There is nothing we can do to separate ourselves from God. So, say, consciously, we're back to consciously, I draw upon the life that is mine. I know that the fullness of life, which is divine in origin, eternal in its presence, and forever available, is mine. I know that the fullness of life, I'm accepting everything. I'm accepting that it is divine in its origin, and I am accepting that it is eternal in its presence, and I am accepting that it is forever available. There is never a time that life, that divine presence is not available to me, and I am claiming it as mine. The life of the eternal spirit is my life. That is a statement of power. The life of the eternal spirit is mine, is my life. The infinite riches of its being are mine to enjoy. What do those riches include for you? Because in here, I don't think he's talking about money. He may be talking about a good roll of thunder. The vitality, the wisdom, the peace of God are mine. I accept them in fullness, not in part, in fullness. And I accept them in joy, gratitude, and in peace. In peace because I know that they are mine. I have the knowing that they are mine. My thought is a gateway to illumination. What am I thinking about? It is the secret place of the Most High within me, my thought. Therefore, I revel in the fullness of this moment. Therefore, I revel in the fullness of life this moment. I accept life as a glorious experience, a spiritual adventure. So, our mission, should we choose to accept it, today is to accept life as a glorious experience, a spiritual adventure. Have you ever thought about your life as a spiritual adventure? Well, today you get to. All right. I literally don't know what I'm going to do with myself today. But what I am going to do is go get something to eat, sit in my living room, and listen to the rain through my windows because it's cool enough to have them open. So, beloveds, do something loving for yourself, do something kind for yourself, do something compassionate for yourself. If you have the chance, open your windows, let the fresh air in. As he said a couple of days ago, open the windows of your soul and let the breath of heaven blow through you. And do something that engages your mind and your body today. And know that Reverend David will be on with you around 5 today. I will be back with you at 9 a.m. And we will be back at 11 tomorrow with the live stream of the service. Jesse has a new theme and a new topic. And I glanced at them yesterday. I did post them up on the Facebook page, so please go look at them, the theme and the title. It'll be an interesting month. But with Reverend Jesse, it always is. All right, beloveds, do what you need to do to have a wonderful day. And know that you are the beloved child of God in whom Spirit is well pleased. Bye, beloveds.